Hi all, welcome back to more Europa Universalis, the price of power. This is Ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This is my part 52. So I've been away for 2 or 3 days again. Just letting work get out of the way, trying to get this cold out of the way. Felt slightly hopeful last night that my cough might be dying off, and then spent the rest of the night coughing and spluttering. So wishful thinking, I think. Yeah, I've reached the weekend. I'm off this weekend. This is a Friday, so I do hope to get a bit of gameplay. I was hoping that this cough wasn't going to be here, but I'll just need to persevere because I want to get back into the game. You know, I've been missing it, to be honest. Okay, let's push on. Right, let's deal with the one issue that I knew I would get some response about, because I asked Martin again to sort of try and straighten me out on this whole claims in the area, when the bot puts a claim in the area, and the fact it was targeting Hamburg. Right, and I see what's kind of got mixed up here, because I agreed with him when he brought it up, and I said, yeah, you're right, whatever. And I think that's obviously because I was reading what he's now talking about and maybe see it, but I didn't have the time to go over it then, and I was like unsure, because the fact it's targeting Hamburg, why wasn't the attack on Hamburg? However, right, so he explains it to me. This is tagged at the 34-minute mark off my part 51, the previous part. So when the bot starts a military action without a claim, it may target an NPR and then continue to attack it during the same action. Okay, so when we're initially in the military action and we're starting here and we're saying at war, and then we're asking, does it have a claim? You know, and this is the important part. Does it have a claim? So so he carries on. This was in fact what happened in your case. Denmark targeted Hamburg, placed the claim in the area, and he highlights that in bold, and attacked Hamburg. And in the military action flowchart, you essentially go from has claim, ? No, directly to military targeting chart, where you end up placing the claim. So we went from there to there. Has a claim, no. You skip by that because we're not using that. We skip by that because it didn't apply. Then we go direct to the military targeting chart, right? We roll for the target. If it's an NPR, we place a claim. That's what it says, just place a claim there. When we rolled Hamburg, right? So the claim gets placed in that area, and what Martin's then saying is that we carry on. Target is an opponent, no. Target is eligible, right? Yeah, yes. Let's just say, and then we move on through this. Target spot strength is greater than no, so it comes to there, and then they declare war on the target. So it comes right through that and declares war on the target, and that's why it targets Hamburg at the time. However, he carries on. However, the next time Denmark performs a military action in the same area, so it's performing an action in the same area. Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, it's saying at war, no, because the reason we got to that claim was at war, no, has a claim, yes, and we actually roll the dice, and we actually get the result. We actually got the result for that one, didn't we? I want to say it's a claim number 1. Well, it's covered up by that war token, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's finish what he has to say then to explain it here. So, however, the next time Denmark performs a military action in the same area, and it begins with the claim already in the area, it's following a different path on the military action flowchart. This time going from has claim, ? Yes, and reaching select realm for which this claim is valid, and then in brackets prefer opponent, then highest NPR strength. So military at war, no. Right, sorry. Right, let's go again. Military action at war, no. Has a claim, yes. Roll the dice. Does the roll match? Yes. So that's what we got there. We got a yes to that result. So and then it states it there. Select realm for which this claim is valid. I suppose that bit is what threw me. But like I said, how could you keep? Well, you would have to keep the claim exactly on Hamburg, and Yeah, I mean, that's not right. The claims should be in the area. We put claims in the area. It shouldn't be there. So, select realm for which this claim is valid. Well, let's just say there's realms in there that are owned by... well, no, I suppose you could target anything. Well, no, let's just say there's a realm in that area that we've got an alliance with, maybe. Could that happen? Then that realm then wouldn't be valid. So I think it's just that checking that it needs to be for a realm in the area that's valid. Now, sometimes there's 5 different realms in the area. The area we're talking about, there's 3 different realms, right? And the important part here is that... there's 4 different realms. The important part here is that 3 of the realms are 1 province large, so they're only 1 NPR strength, if you like, and 1 of them's 2. And there's what it says, prefer opponent. Oh, okay, so if you had an opponent in there, that would be a preference. But then after that, it's the highest NPR strength. And that's why we would have picked, Brunswick over Hamburg. And so that is clear. I mean, the only bit that maybe sort of a pause at is select realm for which this claim is valid. But I think, that doesn't mean that the claim is only valid for Hamburg, right? I'm past that. I'm good with that. So that makes sense. So just going back to if we didn't roll the dice there though, if we didn't get the result on the dice, that was a no. So then it takes you back here and does the same thing. So then just say we rolled. Or what if we rolled a result in there that would say Brunswick then, for instance? Put a claim in there. There's already a claim in there though, Grant. There's already a claim in that area. So that wouldn't be... You would have to roll again, wouldn't you? So yeah, you're not going to get a result that messes about with that. Okay. Okay, so all that makes sense to me now. I'm happy with that, and we can move on now with that. Now, the issue here is, do I try and fix this? Because they shouldn't have declared war on Hamburg. They should have declared war on these 2 provinces here, which are Brunswick. The problem being is... when they attacked, there would have been an extra attack on their army. Well, I could skip by that because their armies got wiped out by Austria anyway when Austria came up to defend Jutland. So I mean, worst case scenario is Denmark would have lost another unit, wouldn't it? Because it would have been they would have rolled 2 dice instead of 1 because they're 2 strength. Now the only other part of that is they would have spent an extra bot power to siege the area. I think I can do that, can't I? Yeah, I mean, we're still in this mess with this event having been played. And actually spending more bot power for Denmark is probably a good thing for us to try and get past that. Well, he's still going to have the 4, isn't he? And remember, we'll still get to remove 1. When we get to Denmark playing the event, we don't need to do it. The only thing we need to do is remove a bot power. Actually, that does then mean that they're going to have two towns in unrest. Well, I could deal with that. Yeah, I'm going to do this, I think. I was going to just leave it because I thought I've been making enough mess recently. I'm going to start off by doing it, and hopefully it doesn't mess more things about. So this is all going to come down and now be... that's going to be over Hanover. Now, in actual fact, this claim is... I think when it first goes in there and targets... so we need an occupied marker. Yeah, I'm not so sure if these should be on top, actually. As long as I can see them being there. And then another town for Denmark in unrest. Yeah. So when we rolled the rebel dice that time, we only rolled 1 dice. So we are going to need to roll an extra dice. So they're at war with Brunswick. The claim is in this area. Yeah, and I think, like Martin said, the only time that the claim specifically targets the the realm that you row in the military targeting chart is when you move into there, when you place the claim in there and then carry on and start declaring war on the actual target. And then afterwards, once you come back in that area, that if that claim's still there, bear in mind that claim is probably going to get removed to remove the unrest from both of them, I think, in the peace phase. So yeah, so these 3 cubes are still in here though. Make sure we remember that. Right, so that's what should have happened. And then I've just got to bear in mind that there's 1 extra unrest in there. Well, why don't you just roll? No, don't, because well, remember one of the dice rolls where lose a bot power. The thing is, they can't lose more than 1 bot power anyway, so. Right, okay. Let's do that, and hopefully that's alright, and now we know what we're doing with that. Right, carrying on. Right, it's me to go next. So I think my initial thinking had been to trade. That's where I'm the weakest in diplomatic power. I've got loads of power elsewhere. I had thought about, we're not at war, are we? I've not got any money. Well, yeah, it's a kind of catch-22, innit? I thought about trying to place a ship so that it would give me the option to maybe get a trade in Lubeck. But then that cost me money. Whereas if I do the trade first, I'll get money. But you can see what I'm saying there, I think. Yeah, we're kind of needing... Oh, yeah, and our ruler at the moment as well technically isn't... We're not in an interregnum situation at the moment. We've got to remember our ruler is actually still there because, again, it was the event that kills the ruler. I know that's kind of horrible and... Yeah. I could put the ruler back just now, I suppose, but I just remembering that it's there. I don't think it affects it. Well, it does mean that we can't... What is it? Declare war? We can't maybe... well, maybe you should... Well, no, I don't need to look at what we can't do because he is still there at the moment. So that's fine. So do we try... I mean, we'd have to recruit. Thing is, I wouldn't mind... Yeah, it's all money though, Grant, isn't it? Because our intention, I think, is to possibly move into Westphalia and start going on the warpath, isn't it? We've got a claim in Westphalia. Sorry, I'm not showing you that. We've got a claim in there. These are all wee single realms, but I mean we could declare war maybe 2 or 3 of them at a time. Maybe 3 of them the first time and 2 of them the second time. We would need an army for that though. Yeah, I've not really got the money though ever. Well, I've not got a loan, so I'm sure people are saying, you've not got a loan, Grant, take up a few loans. That's probably what I should be doing. So how much is a ship again? Does it tell me on the play rate, that sort of stuff? Should do, you would think. Yeah, there we go. So infantry costs 2 to recruit. A white ship is 4. And I can put a ship out there, can't I? Because this time we're not at war. Austria and Denmark are at war. So I can place a ship in, what is the sea zone? Is it Skagerrak? Yeah, and then that gives me a link to Lubeck if it was to come up. That's all it does, but... And I think if we ever were at war with Denmark, I think our ship would get slaughtered because... Well, mind you, if my ship is there at the time, I don't know if it's any different. I don't know. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend 1 military power, and I'm going to do the recruit action. Yeah, so it's one military power, and then plus ducats, depending on what you're going to do. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. That would be 2 loans. That seems like okay. Right, I'm going to take 2 loans. 2 loans. Right, and that gives me 10 ducats. So, and I'm going to spend 2 more ducats. So that's going to be 12 spent. I'm going to get 1 ship for 4. I'll just put it there just now. That costs 4. And then the other 8, I'm going to recruit 4 infantry units. So 1, 2, 3. I've got these lying down in here. That should be fine, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's, yeah, and I'm still got 2 ducats left. Took my 2 loans. And then my ship can get placed. Well, it could get placed in the port, but I don't want it in the port. I want it in the actual trade slot. Now, the bots don't go in these slots, but I want to be in that, and I can be in that as long as we're not an attack. Well, I can't actually place it in there if we were hostile anyway. But we're not. We're not. There's not issues. I mean, they do have a claim in Pomerania here, so I mean, it could come to war, but okay, let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Moving on. So it's going to be Austria next. Now they are at war, but they can't siege. They're not under attack. And their spend is not greater than what they've got left. So, and they've got bot cards left, so they're going to draw a bot card, right? So this is bot number 1, Austria. Right, just let me just pause a second. Well, yeah, I think that's fine. Just the last mess that I've kept drawing cards when I should have been doing other things. Denmark's army is not on the map. Austria's army is on the map, but it can't siege in the areas, and so that's fine. Just watch these steps, Grant. So drawing a bot card. They've got military action, haven't they? So they're going to spend 2 bot power. Oh no. Yeah, so it's convert / papal curia, but if they're at war, the military action. Yeah, I was wondering about this, no, but they are at war. Because this is a bot at war, we're not a bot. And remember, the at war thing is... Whereas, if Denmark right now weren't at war with Austria, they wouldn't be classed as at war, because they're occupying both the provinces of the realm that they're at war with. However, that's where I slipped up before, because they've been the emperor, they came to the call to aid, and they're at war there anyway. So they both bots are classified as being at war. So that's going to revert this to the military action then. It's going to spend 2 bot power. And then it's going to flip an administrative card, which we get central authority. Increased stability, that one. Reforms, draw 2 action cards. Oh, that's a good leader as well, isn't it? Reforms, draw 2 action cards, each of any type, and keep 1 of them. Ooh. That's good. And you could have 3 uses of that, couldn't you? Or taxes, gain 1 rest, and ducats equal to your deployed manpower. That's nice as well, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good card, that. I've not seen that one, or I don't recall it anyway. And it's got a good leader. Well, you can only use it for one or the other. Okay, it's in the discard pile, Grant, if you're interested. So 2, that's spent. Right, so military action for Austria. Okay, are they at war? Yes. Select enemy realm with the greatest strength. Well, there's only one enemy to them, and that is Denmark. Now, here's the problem. I'll tell you what, could they not move into Lower Saxony though? Anyway, the enemy realm of the greatest strength to them is Denmark. Okay, if their army's less than 3 units, it's only 4 units, but that's not less than 3, so carry on. Is the army size greater than or equal to 2 times the target strength? Now, target strength is... deployed and available, isn't it? Yeah. So target strength is 7. Have we got 2 times that? No, we've only got 4. So no. Has it got 4 bot power left and more manpower available? Yes. So it's going to spend another 2 bot power. Oh dear. I fear that Austria's going to take the event before Denmark now, the way things are going. But it's still got 4 bot power. As long as it's got 4 left in that war, then we're okay. And then it's going to recruit 9 units, isn't it? So it's going to recruit all of them. There we go. That's my battery. It's dropped to 20% as well. I should have plugged it in earlier before I came up here, but I don't think of these things in advance, unfortunately. Right. So that's done. Now does it have 2 times target strength? No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it doesn't. It can't, and then it can't recruit anymore. So, right, no. So armies on map board, yes. This is where I'm going to struggle a little bit, I think. Check for Mac. Well, we decided the Mac is unlimited. Because even though this is outside the HRE, this one is inside the HRE, so it can trace into there, and then everything else is in the HRE, so it can trace all the way back. So I think that's right. So, can siege in current area? No. Hostile units or area 1 to 2 spaces away, including naval bridge. Right. So Denmark's areas are across this water and here, 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 or here. And as far as I understand, Austria cannot get across them because it doesn't have a ship. And yeah, I eventually resolved that this wasn't a case of just moving from there to there, that you still needed a ship. You need a ship in that Skagerrak area to be able to move from there to there. Nobody's challenged me on that anyway. So pretty sure that's right. However, they do have, Denmark do have these 2 towns that have been taken and that are in unrest now. So that is adjacent. So are we not right in saying that that could move into there and then attack them? Well, not attack them, just siege them. I'm not quite sure what happens to them, but I think it can do that. So I'm going to say hostile units or area. That's a hostile area because it's got Denmark's towns in it and it's 1 to 2 spaces away. So yes. So move to that area. So Austria's army is moving in there. This feels right anyway. Does this trigger a battle? It does not. Remember, it's just their towns that are there. Their army is not there. They've not got any units there. So it does not trigger a battle. So they're going to end turn, gain 1 bot power if they win a battle this turn. Right. So they're going to end the turn there. And now Denmark is going to be wanting to defend, isn't it? Because it's now under attack. Okay, so when we look at Denmark's next. So, is under attack by enemies or rebels? Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I mean, they have got their towns there. So, yeah, yeah. So, go to defend and they're going to spend 1 bot power. The good thing is that's them now down to 3, but then again, they can still defend with that. So, and then they're going to defend. So any area with invaders, yes, has 2+ bot power left and army in an area where it can siege provinces. No, the army's not on the map. Army's greater than or equal to 2 times the invading force. No. Has it got 2 bot power left and more manpower? It does. Remember, it doesn't have an army. So yes, it's going to spend 2 to recruit. So 1, 2. And then it's going to recruit all its units. Can do up to 9. Okay. Okay. Is army greater than or equal to 2 times the invading force? No. It's not got any bot power left or army. Right, no. Army is greater than or equal to any invader's force? No. Army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces? No. If army is less than 3 units, increase it? No. Any area with bots, towns that are occupied and no invaders. Any area with bots, towns, so Denmark's towns, that are occupied and no invaders? No. Because these are, well, there's invaders in that. Well, it's not got occupied towns anyway, is it? No. That's a no anyway. So we're going to roll a dice here. Oh, this is the one that probably ends up in spying, isn't it? Well, it's a slightly different situation this time. So let's roll the dice first. So let's roll and see what we get. Then I'll go across the flowchart then. A 1. Right. So, yeah, this is where we are down here. So we rolled a 1. Oh, this is the result that brings army out, actually. Because before we were in this area, we were always ending up with spying. So place army in the area with the smallest invading force. There's only 1 there. Then we're going to check for MAC. There's no preference. There's only 1 enemy. And then it's then going to go to a land battle. Then you gain a ball power victorious and then end the turn. Right, so place army in area with the smallest invading force. Check for MAC though. I think this is going to have an effect this time. Right, so the army comes in into here. Now for MAC, they do not have an adjacent town from there. There's a capital there, so they cannot trace through there into there. Remember, they've got the ship to do it across the water, but they've no town in here and they've no town in there to be able to like go in and trace. Hang on though, Grant. Hang on. Can they go across the water here? Yeah, we've done this before. Actually, I was doing that and wondering if that was right, but pretty sure it is. Yeah, I think they can actually trace. Well, hold on though. The fact that they don't own, no, that's not relevant. I think the fact that these are just neutral ports still allows them to trace into the sea there and then up to Bergen and then around and then trace back across the water to their capital. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can't really see anywhere where. I mean, I thought you might have needed to actually own, or control one of the ports that you were. I mean, Bergen on the other side is fine, but these are both neutral ports. I think the way we got away with it earlier without any sort of questions was that we had Hamburg, and we've changed that now. So it didn't feel like it was a question, but I can't really see anything. It just says. Remember you're talking. I'm having to look at naval transport here, which is the same thing as how the MAC would check it, I think. Land units may, during land movement, cross any number of sea zones via an existing bridge of friendly ships, as if the areas on either side of the bridge were adjacent by land. Yeah, it seems to be that this makes this adjacent to move. I can move across there. So I think that's what MAC is doing. It says if it has a land connection to the bot's capital, or it says area has no land connection to bot's capital. Bot's MC for the area +3. Minimum of 9 if a naval bridge closes the only gap in an otherwise valid land connection. I'm not quite sure I fully understand that, but I think that my take on that is that you can. The 9 units is what Martin brought to my attention, that's what can be transported across land via a ship for the boat purposes. Then I'm assuming that we can get an army of 9 units So if our army was greater than 9 right now, we would have to lay down beyond 9, but it's only at 7. So I think the MC for that is unlimited. Well, is 9, and we've only got 7. So, okay, going to go with that. Let me know if I'm getting it wrong. So back to military. Well, we're going to have a land battle now, aren't we? This was the defend action. So go to land battle, and Denmark's going to be the attacker here, isn't it? Okay, so land battle. Any enemies of player realm? Yes. Bot is attacker, yes. Facing multiple players, no. Battle is in main defender's realm, yeah, but there's no humans anyway. Count for military ideas, none of that. Human player may play battle actions. Roll battle dice. They don't have the ideas, so they're rolling 5 dice each, sign casualties, and just refresh. That right? Yeah. So, well, it's going to be a tough battle for the Danes here. They're going to have to get really lucky. So, they both roll 5 dice, and they can both hit on all 5. Certainly in the first round anyway. Denmark might be up against it in the next round. So it's Denmark's the attacker. So let's see what they get. It's just infantry symbols that work. They get a good start. They get 4. Okay. And that was 2 of the thing. No, it wasn't. Okay. Don't know about it. It doesn't matter. They don't have generals anyway. So 4 hits for to Austria here to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd probably have paused there, Grant, because you're going to mess about and tidy these up. Right, and then Austria firing back. Only 2. Okay, so yeah, and you don't really need to show them all. Right, only 2. However, now this battle. Oh no, they've still got 5. Still got 5. So again, they can both hit with 5. I'll roll them both this time. I won't go back up. This is for Denmark against Austria. They get 2, so they hit 2. And then Austria firing back. They get 2 as well. Right, so now Denmark are only down to 3 units left. Austria are... I've got the full 5, so they can still hit with all 5. So Denmark firing, only hitting with 3. They get 2. And then Austria firing back can hit with all 5. It could be quite close here. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's him wiped out, innit? Yeah, 4. Yeah, so and then that's the end of the battle, innit? So Austria hit back. Yeah, no, they were getting all 5 hits. They were getting all 5 hits, yeah. So that's going to be that. You can see why previously they didn't want to, they don't really want to go and do that if they're up against a stronger force, but the roll of the dice gives them the option of maybe going for it, you know, that sort of like, let's just go for it anyway. So, any units, enemy retreats or has no units left. The resolving bot receives 1 bot if it is their first battle victory this turn. Well, the resolving bot was Denmark. It wasn't a victory, so they don't get a bot power, and it doesn't mean that Austria do either. So, okay, remove defeated armies from the board and then end the battle. So, Denmark failed at their defence of Brunswick. Where does that go there? Well, that ends the battle, that ends the turn. It's back to us. I'm worried about my battery, but I'd like to squeeze a part in here, and then I can take the dogs out and come back, let this phone charge up while I'm away. Well, I think I'm going to do a trade action. Yeah, I'm just worried about what's going to happen next. Well, Austria are still at war. They're going to siege. They're still at war and they've got 4 bot power. problem is, well, actually, no, I don't think Denmark will defend anymore, will they? Because when Austria siege, then there'll be Austrian towns now, won't they? I think. Yeah, I think so. I think this could work out alright. Okay. I'm still worried about Austria drawing the event first and then throwing all this, then having to change the whole event situation. But, right, I'm not really. I think what I need to do is sit down before my next session and have a think about what else it is I'm doing. I know I'm talking about, well, I've just built a little bit of an army with the thoughts of going into Westphalia. I've got a ship because I want to do the trades, which I think I'm going to trade, yeah. I'm just looking at that, so because we've got 6 administrative power. But remember, you do need to spend 2 of the matching type. This is for an idea, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's something we need to have a look at, right? And hold on, what about the mission that we've got to go in? Own 2 plus... Here we go. Own 2 plus provinces in an area that was not adjacent by land to your realm at the start of the game. Yeah, so I know why I want Westphalia. Yeah, it is. Because we're in Bohemia here doing stuff. No, that's not Bohemia, sorry, Saxony. Doing stuff, but that is adjacent to Brandenburg. Westphalia is not adjacent to Brandenburg. So another reason why we've got that claim in there. So that's where we're going to head. And with a bit of luck, we might be able to get a bigger army. And because remember when you declare war. Right, I'll worry about that when I come out. Right. So we're going to trade. Yeah, I'm going to trade. So I'm going to spend 1 diplomatic power, which I've done. I'm going to draw 3 trade cards. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what we get. Yeah, the other thing I need to do is look at the other events as well. So we get grain, cloth, and sugar. Zoom in on there a little bit. So what we got with grain, we've got Vienna, that's an option. It's probably not the best. Krakow, no. Kazan, no. So Vienna. English Channel, no. Champagne is an option. Again, I don't think we own any provinces in either of these 2. So is there a better option? No, I don't know why there is. There's a Margrave, North America, South America. So what one's the bet? Well, it looks like this one's going to give me 5. That one's going to give me 3 because I think I'm only going to get. So you've got Vienna. I'm only going to have. Was it München, Poznan, Pest? I'm pretty sure I don't. The only I've got Nuremberg, Leipzig, Dresden. No, none of them. Well, to be honest, they are if vassals. Don't think vassals count on these, do they? Maybe that's another downside to having vassals. Well, maybe I need to check that, but there's none of them on the thing. We don't own or even vassalize any of these or any of these. Poznan, Pest, München and Vienna. Where's München? There it's there, yeah. No, it's unoccupied by anybody. So neither one work. Well, we can only get the 1 trade power basically from the merchant itself. So Champagne's the better one to go for. It's going to give us 5. However, that is going to give Denmark and Austria 2 bulk power. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, hang on though. These are just occupied. I wonder if that... Right, let's find out about what the trade... Well, what does it say about the bot? Under the trade thing. What is it called? Passive trading. That's what the word I was thinking about. When a human player takes a trade action, eligible bot realms see main rules may collect passive trade income as follows. In an inland trade node, all bots gain 2 bot power if they also have at least one town adjacent to the selected node. So it's saying that they also have at least one town. Damn it. Hang on, Grant. You're looking at the wrong one. That's Saxony, isn't it? Yeah, that's not involved. Good. Because I'd like to get the 5 ducats instead of 3. But I don't want to give Denmark any bot power. Yeah, it's Vienna or Champagne. Yeah, so this card's away. But so Vienna or Champagne, Grant. Oops. There we go. So Vienna's here, so that would only give Austria, and I don't mind Austria having the ball. In fact, I kind of prefer Austria to have the ball power, so that this event gets resolved properly. Well, when I say properly, I mean without any hassle. So yes, I go for Vienna, don't I? Yeah. Okay, so we lie down. We get 5 ducats. And Austria are adjacent to that, so they're going to get 2 bot power. So that was Vienna. We didn't own any of these. Oh, no, Grant. It's not Vienna. Vienna's only giving you 3. It's same result, but different merchant lying down, right? Yeah, I looked at the Saxony one first. It wasn't that was the one that was involved. It was either one of these 2. It's the Champagne one that I want. I've only got 1 trade power, so that's going to give me the 5 ducats, right? I don't have any of these nodes, provinces. Sorry, and then bots with towns adjacent to this area is Austria, so they're going to gain the 2 bot power, and we've got the 5 ducats. So right. That seemed like an awful lot more work than was needed there, Grant. It's me not looking at things properly. So, Austria gains 2 bot power as well. I've got my ducats. They've got their 2 bot power, which again, like I say, makes things look a bit better regarding the event situation. Okay. The phone's going to die. That's me done. So I only got 5 out of that, didn't I? Yeah, not great. Got 2 loans. Okay, so I think next turn we will then move into Westphalia. I mean, the vassals in here, there's not. I mean, I'm just going to leave these. We did take that as well. What was the whole purpose of that then? There was something we needed to have the whole area, didn't we? For some reason. Can't remember what it was. We've still got a claim in there as well. Yeah, I think we just move out that area, leave it as it is. We've not got a subjugate card to be able to do anything about the vassals anyway. I think I'm going to move in here. Well, I'm going to declare war in there. Because remember, that's what I was trying to think. If you declare war and there's no land battle, you can either have a thing as I could have an activation and move in. Isn't it? You either get a free activation or am I making things up now? Declare war. See back of the player aid. If no battles take an activate units or recruit action at no cost. Yeah, because no battles are going to occur when I declare war on whoever it is to declare war on. Then I could actually just sit there just now and get the free activate more, recruit more units, since I've got a wee bit more money now. Or I could just move in there with what I've got and there will be a battle. I've got 4 infantry and 1 artillery. So, well, they're all single realms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you could just go one at a time, but the one military power that you declare war can actually cover as many targets as you want, can't it? Only because you have 1 military power for 5 targets if I wanted to, but I mean, that's a bit risky. I don't think I'd do 5. I'd maybe do 2 or 3. Anyway, that's not our turn. So let's have another shot at Austria, and yeah, I might wrap this up. I'm just worried my phone is... Well, I don't think I've had the 10% warning yet, although it's not far away, I think. Right, okay, so Austria, now they're still at war. They're not under attack, but their army is on the map, and they can siege in the same area. So they're going to go and siege now in here. Yeah, I'm fine with this. So siege hostile provinces up to 3 tax value. Boy nor siege strength. Spend 1 per tax value sieged. Yeah. So they're going to spend 2 bot power to siege both their towns. Okay, this is how I think it should be. 2 bot power, and they're going to now remove these, I think, put them back on the map, on the town map for Denmark, and then put their own towns on there. And I think just leaving the occupied markers there, that feels kind of right. And then bringing down 2 Austrian towns. And they are now. Are they still at war with that? I think they are, probably, but I don't know how I'm going to resolve the war there now. I think that maybe just goes away, and whether that's a white peace kind of thing, I don't think Denmark have done anything, have they? That feels right. I mean, it might be totally wrong, but they sieged there. Denmark had towns that were occupying there. Well, that's me got my 10% now, so I'm going to just wrap this up here. And then, and then they put their towns in unrest there as well. Still with occupied markers, I think. I think they'll just go away in the peace phase. Something feels a bit fishy about it all, but okay. I don't know how I would resolve it otherwise. I think they would still siege in there. They are at war with Denmark, so they're wanting to target Denmark's areas, provinces. So, yeah, okay. Now, are they at war, or do they have towns with unrest in them in that area? Yeah, they do. So they're going to end the turn just sitting there. And I think that's just to protect against if rebels were to appear, because the towns are in unrest, I think. I think it's to do with that. That's ends the turn. Okay, so now, well, can you not squeeze this in? Because aren't Denmark now going to run the event? Because Denmark, they've got 1 bot per left, so are they under attack by enemies or rebels? Well, no, they're not anymore, are they? Their towns have been squished, so I don't think so. Or, I mean, here's the other thing. Should these towns have went on top of Denmark's towns and not removed them? Maybe. Yeah, maybe Grant, maybe, and then maybe that doesn't get resolved until the peace phase. If that's the case, Denmark would probably go to defend here. Although, I mean, I don't know what they can't muster an army now. Their defend is going to spend 1 bot per to defend. They're not going to be able to do anything. Okay. think the easiest out here is going and asking a question about what's just happened here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. Actually, when I think about it, maybe they do need to sit there until the end of the war. And if that was the case, I would think that Denmark were under attack then. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. That's a good time to stop then. So, well, we're moving into Denmark's turn, but this might need adjusted if I get an answer back saying differently. So we'll go with that, I think. And I'll leave that question there while I'm charging my phone, taking the dogs out, although it's chucking it down the rain at the moment. But I checked the weather, it was meant to be fine. Scottish weather for you, but I'm assuming it's just a shower, so. Right, okay, well, we'll come back a bit later and we'll get the answer to that question and we'll move on with the game then. Okay. Right, okay, I'll be back in a bit. Cheers.